That's it. That's the salute to you, the people. Now it's down to the serious business of Speedway. Don Bowie, position 2. Brad Cameron, position 3. And Brad finished second in the Australian title last year. It's a fast and furious front line of cars to send the championship field on its way. The Winfield car leaves the track. The yellow lights are flashing. Who will be the Australian champ for 1984? The green flag says you're on your way, and Cameron goes to the lead. Brad Cameron shot out of the... Oh, there's trouble! There's trouble already. The Western Australian George Higgs rolled over. 4 cars hemmed up in the corner. Jimmy Cooper looks to be one of them. Please remain behind the safety fence. Now the ambulance is on its way. George Higgs is out. That's good to see. George is all right. He rolled over.
Oh, great stuff. Holy moly, that was horrific, Ross. Absolutely horrific.
Well, Brad Cameron made an absolute bottler of a start, and he shot to the lead. Now let's check on these other drivers. Is that Jimmy Cooper? Yes, they're all okay. That's great. There's the wave. Good on you, Jim. And that car is right up on top of...
well,
they're lifting it down now.
That Jim Cooper, very likeable bloke, but it's fair dinkum think he had his last holidays in China. He's had that much bad luck in the past month or so.
Yes. Brian Harris is another one who's out of the race. 2 of them are out of the race. Jimmy Cooper, Brian Harris. George Higgs is out of the race, the Western Australian. And Johnny Owens, the former New South Wales champion, is the other car. Bad luck for John Owen. He's out of the race, but he's quite all right. Oh dear, Don Bowie carted Brad Cameron right out there then. He gave him the shove right out of the road. And that's knocked Cameron right back out of calculations. But look at Lloyd Pawley go. Lloyd Pawley, the leader. And here's Bowie, got him. Bowie's got him on the inside. Bowie goes to the lead. The South Australian champion leads from Lloyd Pawley. But Lloyd Pawley's back at him on the outside. Lloyd Pawley on the outside, Don Bowie on the inside. Bowie's not going to give in though, and nor is Pawley. The local knowledge of Lloyd Pawley rolls into the lead. Pawley goes back to the lead now from Bowie, but they've still got plenty of laps to thunder it out yet. But they're really going, these two up front. You won't want to take your eyes off these two. They'll be at each other's throat for the whole lot of this race, and Pawley's gone too high. Bowie's about to nail him again. It's Lloyd Pawley, the leader, from Don Bowie. The South Australian is keeping down tight and low. And the Lloyd Pawley, current Australian champion, the local knowledge is really starting to show out. He's keeping up high on the fence. He's getting the better bite. Don Bowie is saving ground on the inside, but Lloyd Pawley's getting the bite on the outside. Look at these two drivers go. There hasn't been 5 metres between the two of them all the way, and Lloyd Pawley has got the lead at the moment. Bowie comes at him on the inside, but it's Pawley on the outside. Bowie on the inside. Pawley's still got the lead. Bowie just can't seem to get close enough to him. He's persisting with that low line, and the low line is not going to help him. Lloyd Pawley is on his way to his second national championship, 2 years in a row. Can it be? But Don Bowie is not going to give in. He's chasing him all the way. Bowie keeping the pressure right on Lloyd Pawley. Lloyd Pawley won't be able to make a mistake, or Bowie will nail him, and he'll nail him quickly. Pawley and Bowie. What a titanic struggle between these two. And Bowie won't give in. He refuses to lie down. And they're starting to catch up to the traffic. Paulie and Bowie. Bowie on the inside, Paulie on the outside. And Bowie's got him on the inside. No, Paulie's got the advantage on the outside. The slower car in front of them. What will Paulie do? Paulie plays it safe. Comes through on the inside. Oh, he's gone out too wide and Bowie's got him. Now Paulie back at him on the outside. Paulie right down the outside, riding the wall of death, and he's squeezed up by the other car, and Bowie got through. Bowie now goes to the lead. Paulie's hit the wall, bounces off the wall. Now Paulie will have to get a go on. It's Bowie, the South Australian, who got to the lead under the slower car, but they're catching up the slower traffic now. Bowie's persisting with the inside line. Paulie is still going with the outside line. Bowie got the better break through traffic. Now he's slowed down by a couple of cars in front. He dived through on the inside. Lloyd Paulie's losing touch with the leader. He can't afford to lose touch with the leader. He slams through on the inside of these two cars. Bowie is leading from Paulie, and Graham Baxter is up in third place. Coming down the main straightaway now, Bowie seems to have Lloyd Paulie safely in his keeping. Don Bowie from the South Australian state is leading by about 20 or 30 metres as Lloyd Paulie tries desperately to make up ground on him, but in fact Bowie is going away from Paulie. He's starting to pull away. He's really threading his way through traffic in fine style, and that's really the area where he's won the race. He kept persisting at him. There's only 5 laps to go, and Don Bowie seems to be on his way to an Australian title. Coming down main straightaway, there are 4 laps left, and here's the lead car, the little South Australian car of Bowie. Then comes Lloyd Paulie, followed by Graham Baxter, and forget about the rest. All interest is on Bowie to see whether he can hang on to the lead. And if he can, he becomes the new Australian champion. Bowie in the lead. Lloyd Paulie has got him in his sights, but he's not close enough with only 2 laps to go. Lloyd Paulie is going to have to be content with second place. Graham Baxter is third. Rod Bottrell would be in 4th spot, but Ken Bowie's starting to get up to him. 1 lap to go now for Don Bowie from South Australia. Half a lap to go. He got the measure of Lloyd Paulie in the slower traffic, and he is going to come on and become the new 1984 Australian Formula 500 champion, Don Bowie, and a very elated man. Lloyd Paulie is second. There's Graham Baxter coming in third, and 4th place would go to Ken Bowie, the other South Australian driver, ahead of Rod Bottrell in 5th place. Great race. The 1984 title is over. Thank you very much, Rod, and what a great race that's been. And Don Bowie climbing from the car now. We've thoroughly enjoyed what's turned out to be a great battle of the champions out there tonight. Don has been highly elated in doing a couple of circuits of the track, and we don't deny him that, having had a couple of circuits under the lap of honour as the new Australian champion. And we'll bring him over as soon as he unbuckles and make the presentation to him. As he steps this way, Mr. Norm O'Neill, thank you again on behalf of the Newcastle International Motordrome for your support from Winfield. I'm sure you would have thoroughly enjoyed that, Norm.
Oh, it was very, very exciting. It was a mishap in the first lap, but fortunately everybody came out of it okay. But generally speaking, it was a very thrilling race.
All right, let's get on with the presentation. Don, would you step this way? First of all, on behalf of the people at the Motordrome, congratulations to you, a great performance. And I'm now going to hand over to Mr. Norm O'Neill, the marketing manager of Winfield here in New South Wales, to make the presentation to you, Australia 1.
Well, I'd like to say before making the presentation how thrilling the race was, and Don, congratulations to you on a great drive. And I'd like to repeat what I say every time I come up here, that we as the Winfield Company are very proud and very happy to sponsor and assist in the promotion of the Motordrome here in Newcastle, and I'm sure that we'll be associated for a long time to come. But it's your night, Don. Congratulations. Very, very well done.
Thanks very much. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't come up here and expect to be going home with this, but I am, so that's good.
When you say that, I mean you came here to be Australia #1. Don't tell us that.
I come here with that in mind, but after a couple of heats, I didn't think it was going to be on my way, but I was lucky. I better thank my sponsors in Adelaide, Yamaha Pitmans. They give me the power to win. I don't know if the Two Strokes ever won it before, but it did tonight. I'd like to thank my mechanic, both of them, John and Michael, my fiancée Mickey for putting up with me, and everybody else for helping me as well. Thanks very much.
Well, along with it, Don, goes the magnificent trophy and sash. We'll leave that up to the Winfield girls as they sash Don and present him with the trophy for taking out first place in the Australian title of 1984. All the way from South Australia, a long way to come. There are a lot of people I know came a long way, but it's great to see the South Australian win. And what about it? He just couldn't quite make it. He has to be content with #2 this year. Lloyd Thorley, on behalf of the Newcastle International Motordrome, congratulations, a great drive. We thought at one stage there that you might have had it, but a little bit of difficulty in the slower traffic, and that's where Don seemed to get the better of you.
Yeah, that's right, Ross. Well, you can't take it away from Don. He drove a superb race, and he's definitely the better man on the night, that's for sure. I don't know, I tried as hard as I could, and I just wasn't good enough. But I'd like to thank Winfield and the Motordrome for staging the championship, and all the other competitors that are in it, and I think it's been a terrific race. Thank you.
Congratulations, Lloyd Thorley. I know too, ladies and gentlemen, that Lloyd has been a bit of behind the scenes in the organisation as well. He's getting the sash and the trophy that goes with his second place. And a man who Lloyd Thorley probably helped to get started and helped him get going, Graham Baxter, finishes third in the Australian title for 1984. Graham, congratulations. Mr. Norm O'Neill, congratulations from him, from Winfield, and from the Winfield girls. Your trophy for third place, your sash for third place. Don't keep stepping back, fellas, or we'll end up over there in the pit area. But Graham, a great race, and this is probably one of the proudest moments of your driving career for some time.
Yes, it is, Ross. I'd just like to thank the Motordrome in Winfield for the sponsorship here, and thank Peter for a beautiful track.